guys, it is Cara the Bubblelush. It is cycle day 17, and this afternoon I had my second Midcycle Scan, and so I want to talk to you about the results from that. So I was really excited when I got there because I got to see my doctor for the first time since we had that initial consult way back in September. She usually gives me, like, she's one of those people, I love ya, but she gives me those handshakes where it's like really limp. And she still gave me that handshake, but she was a little more, I guess, gregarious and kind of friendly than she usually is, so I was like, oh, this is good. She also had bedhead, so I don't know if there was like some Grey's Anatomy going on or something, but she seemed a little like relaxed and happier than normal, so that was good. She did my ultrasound, and obviously she looked at the lining first. That's usually the first thing they do, and the lining looked much better. It was between 8.6 and 8.8 so that was good. That's kind of normal to what I do. I'm glad to see that the lining got a little thicker, and that tells me that the RE that I saw the other day, you know, that was the first time I saw her. She's new to the practice, and I think she was right in that my body was just a little slow to respond, and that my lining did get thicker, so that's good. The bad thing is that she went and she looked at my right ovary, and you know, there was nothing really going on there, and then she looked at my left ovary, and the follicle had either it had been reabsorbed or disappeared completely. I don't know, but I didn't have any follicles that were even close to 10 by 10 like they were on Friday. So this cycle is a big fat failure. I was hoping that obviously that the follicle would grow over the weekend, but I just kind of had a feeling that it wasn't going to. I know my body really well, and the way that I responded to the medicine this cycle was different than I had previous times. Usually I had more hot flash type reaction, a little more irritable. I mean, I wasn't super wonderful or anything, but I'm usually a little bit even more irritable. And although the headache was horrible, I just wasn't responding as strongly. I could feel it like I had before. So I didn't really think it was going to happen this cycle. And obviously, you know, I always encourage people to be positive, because I don't think you want to look back on your journey and be like, man, I could have handled that a lot more gracefully, and I could have been a lot more upbeat and hopeful. But the thing is that I try to be kind of realistic about my journey, and while I do have a lot of hope, the thing is I guess I just have this like innate feeling that it is going to work. Like, I'm not concerned about it not working. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of which cycle it's going to work on. And so when I am kind of realistic and say, like, I don't think this cycle is going to work, I'm not like throwing a pity party and like freaking out and like really being negative. I'm just being realistic, and I'm okay with that. It's all about troubleshooting, and this cycle just didn't work. So I think that's okay. I see sometimes I see women and they test way too early, and they get like their hopes up so much, and then when it doesn't happen, it just kills them, you know? It's like a punch in your gut, and someone like sideswept your legs. I don't know. So I try not to let myself get a little, I don't get ahead of myself, you know what I mean? I don't know. This is being a little jumbled. My tummy is full of Thai food right now. Oh, so good. Chris got invited to a New Year's party, and so we decided to go to Macy's and get me a shirt that I could wear, that it was kind of a party top, but it's been a long time since I've gone out and like had fun. So we went to Macy's with my mom and Hannah and Chris, of course, and it was great. They were kind of watched Hannah run around while I tried on clothes, and I found a shirt that I really like. I think it's fun. It's not trying too hard. It's kind of slimming. It's nice. I feel good in it. So I'm glad I got that checked off my list really easy, and it was on sale. It was like 27 bucks. It was great. Then we went for Thai food, and it was so good. And so now they're upstairs playing with Hannah, and I'm down here talking to you. So anyway, backtrack. So anyways, I'm not like super upset. I'm not being negative. It's just what it is what it is. Like, this cycle was a failure. So next cycle, the game plan. This is why it was really good that I met with my doctor today instead of one of the partners. They rotate. Sorry, this hair like will not stay back. They rotate ultrasound duties, you know, so sometimes you don't get your doctor. That's fine. I actually really like a lot of the other doctors in the practice. Anyways. So there were basically five options. Five. Here we go. Try Femara again. She didn't want to increase the dosage because really, no one does. I'm at the max dose. Try Clomid. I said no. Worst comes to worst, I guess I might possibly consider trying Clomid again, but I don't think there's any point. I never responded to Clomid. I think I'm one of those girls that's just Clomid resistant, and the side effects are horrible. And Femara has been shown to be more successful than Clomid, so I didn't want to give Clomid another chance. Femara and injectables, she didn't want to do that. She didn't think that it would really work, and I was okay with that. Then there's injectables, which is expensive, and I'll get to that in a second, and then IVF. So one, I told her in the nicest way possible to take IVF off the table for right now. I don't have anything against IVF. I don't think we're there. We haven't even done an injectable cycle, so why jump all the way from, you know, a Clomid / Femara cycle all the way to IVF? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So that's not an option. Clomid's not an option. Clomid and injectables is not an option. So it's just this one, right? Yeah. No. What was I saying? Femara, not Clomid, not Femara and injectables, not IVF. These two options. Those are my two options. So, and it's a big difference. It's a big difference in price. It's a big difference in monitoring. With the injectable cycle, it's 4 ultrasounds, lots of blood tests to monitor your reaction. It's an increased chance of multiples. And it's definitely, I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's definitely a greater financial expense. Injectables is a lot more hardcore than a Femara cycle. Or we could try the Femara again. Maybe, since this was my first medicated cycle, my ovaries just were not ready to be kind of thrown back into production. Last time, you know, they had 4 cycles of Clomid to kind of start trying to work, and by that 5th cycle, they were good to go. Now I'm not, there's no way she's gonna let me go 5 cycles on Femara. I just don't think she's that patient. I'm not that patient either, but we are gonna try another Femara cycle, 7.5, cycle day 3 through 7, and if that doesn't work, then we're gonna do injectables. And so I met real quick with the financial advisor. It's kind of a weird time because at the first of the year, all the insurance changes, you know, deductibles and all that coverage changes. So I met with her though and kind of went over the price. And actually what I'm going to do, because I figure some people, I get a lot of questions about affording fertility treatments. And so I have all the prices for an injectable cycle with IUI, and I'm going to put that on my blog so that maybe you can compare what your clinic does to what my clinic does and prices, and maybe you can kind of have an idea. And again, all these prices are without insurance coverage, so they could be a lot less than that. And then, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go until cycle day 35-ish. And if I don't start a period by myself, on my own, then I'm going to take 5 days of Provera and have a withdrawal bleed, and then we're going to do the Femara again. So it's looking more like, I haven't done it out, but I mean, by the time I get to cycle day 35, and then plus another week on Provera, I think we're looking around like beginning of February, Valentine's Day kind of thing. So I know this vlog is a lot longer than my other DailyLush vlogs, but I'm kind of trying to wrap it all up. wrap this cycle up in a nice little snowball and throw it out. So what I think I'm going to do with the DailyLush channel is, the reason why I was doing the vlogs over here is because it's a lot of details about fertility treatments, it's a lot of details about my cycle and my symptoms, and I know that not everyone on the Thebubblelush channel wants to see that, but because like not every day I had that kind of TMI stuff to talk about, I talked about other things as well. And I'm hoping that you guys like that, and I'm starting to get back in the groove of doing kind of daily-ish videos. So since this cycle is canceled and there's not going to be any like TMI stuff to talk about until, you know, maybe I start the Provera again or something like that. Maybe I'll do a quick video updating you where I am towards the way end of my cycle. I think I'm going to kind of stop doing videos on the DailyLush for a little bit until I start cycle 2. Okay, does that make sense? But I'm still going to be uploading videos on the Thebubblelush. I know some people are confused by the two channels. Just subscribe to both and just watch them when they come into your sub box. Like, that's kind of the easiest way to go about it. And someone was asking, I am a YouTube partner on the Thebubblelush. This channel is not a partner. I didn't do this so that I'm like double dipping on money or anything like that. It was really just to kind of make it easier for my viewers that didn't want to hear about my periods. That's why I did it. So anyways, links below to my blog where I'm going to detail all the cost for an IUI cycle with injectables, because that's definitely a lot more expensive than these like Clomid Femara type cycles, and it's kind of the second step. So I know that some of you are looking at it as an option, and you might want to be able to kind of budget that out if you haven't talked to your clinic about it. So okay, out with the olds. We're just gonna wait out cycle 1. I'm gonna make sure I'm taking my metformin, try to get my diet under wraps. I hope everyone has a really great new year, and I hope that you're following me over on the Thebubblelush. I have lots of Hannah footage and craft stuff. People are really liking craft type vlogs, so I'm going to be doing some of those, and we are going to like lock down our budget in 2012, so I'm going to be doing a lot of like living on a budget videos. There's lots of great stuff over there, and I hope you will enjoy it and follow along, and I hope the next, 17 days go by fast, because I'm ready to start cycle 2. Alright, thanks guys. Bye. So that's good. I think it's good to kind of have that mindset of accepting the fact that I don't have any control. At this point, I have no control.